Hey everyone, welcome back to BullBosphorus. Today we're gonna fly from Ljubljana back to Istanbul Atatürk Airport, and let's look the flight plan. Let's check out if everything is work. We have the flight plan TK1062 flying from Ljubljana to Istanbul Atatürk Airport, and this evening, as you can see, we have 140 passengers, 143 passengers on board, and the trip should be take 1 hour and 48 minutes, or zero fuel weight is 75.8, and the total trip is 698 nautical miles, and we're gonna fly at flight level 350 with speed 454, and we're taking off from Slovenia and flying over Croatia airspace, Bosnian airspace, Serbian airspace, and Bulgarian airspace, and finally we're gonna fly over Turkey. Hey everyone, welcome. Dani Games, hello, welcome. And UK Flyer Sim Lounge, hello, welcome, dude, welcome. We're still in at the briefing, and we're gonna jump up in the cabin. So that was the briefing, and let's look. Everything is okay. So let's closing the flight plan, and we are looking in the cockpit from. Yes, that looks great.
Ignore background check.
Okay, there we go, captains. Yes, there we go. And let's begin with the checklist. Pre-flight checklist. Voice recorder turn on. Turn on the voice recorder. Turn on. Oxygen test. Oxygen tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches, normal and auto. Passenger signs turn on. Set it to auto. And turn on the window heat. Window heat also turned on. Pressurization and set mode selector auto. Flight instruments heading altitude set, and parking brake is set. Checked. Engine start levers cut off. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed. We already done. And let's check out the FMC. I'm gonna fill in the flight plan. Our origin takeoff place is Ljubljana Airport, so we're gonna fill in there Lima Juliet, and then finally the destination is LTBA TK1062. So check it out, and we are not selecting at this moment the runway because we're waiting for the flight plan. We're completely filling in firstly via Delta Oscar Lima, and then the highway UP63. It's an invalid UP63, and then we BT. Fill in EBT Let's try Uniform Yankee 177. Affirm. Uniform Lima 603. UP738. UP738. Filling that here. UL614. Lima 614. Uniform Lima 614. Check that out. It's correct. And then finally we're gonna go to Enesu at Turkey and activating execute also, and zero failed is 75.8 and our reserve is 2.0 and the cost index is 50. Flight level 350 set and checked, executing. And the temperature is 21. Let's do 23, maybe 25. Yes, 25 is correct. And the takeoff page, we're gonna use flap 5. And the trim is 4.82. We select that. And we check out the matter firstly at the taking off airfield. Hey everyone, welcome. And hoş geldiniz Rick the Crippler. Uçuşumuzu uçuştan sonra tekrardan izleyebilirsin. Tekrarlaması şu an problem yaratabilir. Vaktimiz kısaldığı için o yüzden devam etmeliyiz. Kusura bakmayın. And let's check out the wind. It's coming from 250 at 07 knots, and we have more than 10 kilometers few and broken clouds at 3000 and overcast at 3700 feet, and it's 9 degrees with QNH 1011. So we're gonna fill in that later. I say the wind was coming from 250 07 runway slope, and that's okay. I think we're gonna check out the departure page. 250 this, so I'm gonna select runway 30 and departing from EBT. Let's check out Dole 1 Whiskey departure from runway 30, so executing. And let's check out the arrival weather conditions at Istanbul. Wind is coming from 240 at 5 knots. So we're gonna selecting runway 240 for the arrival route. ILS 23, selecting via NSU, NS1 Charlie, and we executing and going to the leg page. And overriding the Charlie Foxtrot 23 over the vectors and executing that. And going to page 1 and climb page. Let's say we're gonna fly 240 below 10,000 feet. That's maximum speed. And cruise speed is okay, and we're gonna descend with 280 knots. Execute that and check the progress page. And at the landing we have 2.3 thousand kilograms of fuel left, and we are landing at 20:06 Zulu time. So that's great. Hey FSX Master 2001, hello, I'm here. Welcome bro, and enjoy the flight. So we are in the cabin and we have already placed the flight plan in the FMC, and we already done the pre-flight checklist. And let's check it out. Next one. So let's fill in the QNHs 1011. Let's turn this one to left, and it's set QNH 1011. We don't have actually set the V-speed, so we're gonna look in the FMC again, going to the unit page. And V1 speed is 133 and rotating speed 137. And V2 speed is 146 and set and checked. Also set and checked. Okay, we're ready. And let's check the checklist. Okay, now we want to start the engines. Before start checklist, all doors and windows closed and locked. Checked. Closed and locked. Fuel, pumps on. Turn on the pumps. Hydraulic panel as required. Not yet. MCP V2 and heading alt selecting. And runway 30 is a takeoff. So let's do that. Setting the MCP speed. First thing, checking the V2 speed is 146, so we're adding 50 knots as 161. And we're selecting 161 at the panel. 161 and heading is 304. Climbing to 9,000 feet. Selecting the flight directors, turn on. And the course is also selected. Okay. Takeoff speeds V1, rotate, and V2 set and checked. CDU pre-flight completed. Rudder and aileron trims 3 and 0. Takeoff briefing review completed. And we have anti-collision lights, turn it on. And the packs, turn it off. And before we do that, we check again if there is some ATC online. No, we cannot see any ATC at this moment. So we're gonna start it. We're gonna set turn on the anti-collision lights and wing lights, and the wheel well lights turning on. Also the logo lights. So turn on the anti-collision lights and turn off the packs. Okay, now we are ready for startup. Beginning with engine number 1, turn it on. And releasing the parking brakes, and we are pushing back to left. Okay guys, there we go. We're at the pushing back. And at 26 we can turn on the number 1. Erdi Kaptan, merhaba, hoş geldiniz. Pilot FC, siz de hoş geldiniz. Ljubljana'da akrobasi yaptık, eğlendik. Şimdi yurda dönüş vakti. Aynen öyle olacak. Akrobasi videosu yayınlandı, baktın mı pilot? Evet, kaçırmayın. Thank you very much kaptanlar. Pushback'i burada tamamlayalım. Hemen parking brakes, turn on. Start number 2. Waiting for number 2. And there is the 26, and we're starting number 2. So all engines started and PEX was turned off. So before start checklist completed and before taxiing checklist, generators turned on. Turn on. Prop heat turn off. Pardon, turn on. And anti-ice switches, wing anti-ice, we need that. It is cold here, 9 degrees. Hydraulic panel as required, we need it. So electric 1 and 2 turn on. And selecting the packs to auto, isolation valve auto. And engine start switches continuous. Continuous and recall checked, auto brake, RTO set and checked, and engine start levers idle detent, idle and detent. Ground equipment, looking, there is no ground equipment, checked, the ground is clear. Flight controls checking, push on the system button and check the ailerons. Left aileron is working. Right aileron working, elevator up working, elevator down working, left and right rudder also working. So flight controls checked, and let's turn on the runway turn off and taxi lights. Before taxi checklist complete. And we're selecting flap 5. It's for the takeoff. Okay captains, son YouTuber hoş geldiniz. Erdi TeamSpeak gelerdi. Raul Elite saludos. Hello, welcome captain, welcome. We are still at the ground and we're gonna doing the taxiing for departure. Runway 30. Okay, there we go. Releasing the parking brake. Evet kaptanlar, el freni çektik. Kapatalım. Yerde başlıyoruz taksi yapmaya. Okay, let's go captains. And I hope you can hear me very well. I hope there is no problems on the microphone. Alex, thank you. You can hear me very well, but just some popping on the microphone. That's normal. It's an pilot microphone, so that's normal. And don't worry about that. If you can hear me, everything is okay. And we're still at the taxiway Alpha, and we go straight until we're reaching the end of the taxiway. As you can see, there is Alpha taxiway and going straight. And I see the tower is contacting with us, so we have to wait. Okay, we have to contact with the tower on 118.0.
Link engaged.
Ljubljana Tower, good evening. Turkish 980 on taxiway Alpha is with you for further instructions.
Turkish 980 Ljubljana Tower, good evening. Just confirm for me your departure.
Confirming departure, runway 30 Turkish 980 and IFR clearance to Istanbul Atatürk Airport.
Turkish 980, roger. Your departure out of runway 30 will be Dolsko 1 Whiskey and set squawk 6503.
Affirm, copy the standard instrument departure, and squawk was 6503 Turkish 980. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, that's correct. 6503.
Affirm, and it's done. 6503 Turkish 980.
Turkish 980, correct. Now taxi to holding point Bravo, runway 30.
Affirm, taxiing to Bravo taxiway, holding point to runway 30 Turkish 980.
Yes, that's correct.
So there was the tower. This is the first time we connected with the tower. It was coming spontaneously on the channel, so we have to contact with the ATC. And we're continuing on the taxiway. I think this is Alpha, and we have to turn to right from here. So we're at holding point 30, so we're gonna ask if we can
Turkish
enter
980, backtrack and line up runway 30.
Affirm, backtrack, runway 30, Turkish 980, copy. So the ATC says that we can do a backtrack on the runway and then lining up on the runway 30. So we're still taxiing on the runway. Ja, Dani, dat gaan we ook nog een keer doen. Maar wij hebben al een vlucht naar Amsterdam gehad. Dus je kunt altijd nog terugkijken in onze archief van Istanbul naar Amsterdam en weer terug. Die hebben we al gehad. Maar later gaat het nog een keer komen, dus blijf volgen. Turn on the terrain on, traffic on.
Turkish 980, runway 30, cleared for takeoff. Wind from 250 degrees, 10 knots.
Affirm, copy the wind and clear for takeoff runway 30, turning on the runway Turkish 980. So the tower already cleared that we can take off on the runway 30. So we're gonna do a checklist before we taking off. And we are lined up, setting the parking brakes. And let's do, before takeoff checklist, cabin report, receive. Flaps, green light, 5 and green light. And stabilizer trim unit set, auto throttle arm, position lights drop and steady. Turn it on, and the landing lights turn on. Transponders TARA turned on, so we're ready for takeoff. There we go. Cabin crew, take your seats. Power setting, full thrust. Eight knots checked. V1, rotate. V2, positive rate, gear up. Turn on the autopilot on.
Turkish 980, switch to Unicom, 122 decimal 8, have a nice flight, bye bye.
ADZ, thank you very much, switching to Unicom, and have a nice evening, bye bye. So we're switching back to Unicom 122 decimal 80.
Link disengaged.
And we're doing, we're climbing at 9,000 feet, and then doing the After takeoff checklist. And select flap 1. And flaps up. After takeoff checklist, engine start switches as required, we turn it off. Engine bleed, on. Pax auto, also set to auto. Landing gear up and off, and flaps up, no lights, checked. And auto brake turn off. After takeoff checklist completed. Selecting flight level 180. Dani, je moet om die Arkefly vliegtuig te kunnen krijgen, om te kunnen winnen, moet je 3 abonnees op mijn kanaal abonneren. En dan moet je die 3 personen, die moet je gaan noemen in de commentaargedeelte. En dan maak je kans om het te kunnen winnen. Dus je moet 3 actieve abonnees vinden voor mijn kanaal. So it's pretty dark at the outside, and we're looking on the display. We are seeing some mountains around us, and still continuing climbing. And we are reaching 10,000 feet. There it is. We passed it. Landing lights turn off. Taxi lights turn off. Position lights steady. Wing lights turn off. Wheel well turn off. Let's turn on the logo lights. So that's the departure. Alex, yes, thank you. That was a nice takeoff, Captain. And a climb checklist. Altimeters at T transition altitude set and standard. All landing lights turned off. Pressurization checked. And climb checklist completed. Okay, there we go. We're still at the climb, and let's check out the range, traffic range, setting to 40 nautical miles. And as you can see, the navigation display pops up. We zoomed out a little bit. And also the autopilot is turned on, and we're still at flight level 140, and we selected 180, but we can select flight level 350, so check that here, selecting 350. There it is, flight level 350. Merhaba hocam. Son YouTuber'a hoş geldiniz. Özer Karakaya. Sağ olun, size de iyi uçuşlar. Yaklaşık 2 saat sonra İstanbul Atatürk Havaalanı'na varmış olacağız. Kazasız belasız. Let's do a passenger reporting. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board Turkish Airlines. Here is your captain, BullBosphorus speaking. You're in flight TK1062. We took off from Ljubljana airport and we're flying to Istanbul Atatürk airport. And the flight should be take around 2.5 hours. At 20:06 GMT time, we arrived to our destination. And few clouds around us, and enjoy the flight. So thank you for choosing Turkish Airlines. Thank you very much. That was your Captain BullBosphorus speaking. We passed the transition altitude at flight level 180, so I selected to the QNH2 standard. Look at that, we're still flying at flight level 200. And it is a little bit bumpy, the aircraft. It is a little bit turbulence. So let's check out if there is another turbulence in front of us. I'm gonna select the weather X, the radar. And let's check out if there is some turbulence in front of us. So there was a great journey. We came here 2 weeks ago, and last week we flown here with some friends online with the Red Bull aircraft, the Extra 300S aircrafts, and it was great. We flown around the mountains and it was great flight. So today is the day that we're gonna turn back to Istanbul, and I hope you also enjoyed the last flight at Ljubljana. But now it's time to fly back to Turkey. It is pretty dark at the outside. You cannot see much around us, but at the landing you can see the landing runway. That's awesome to see that, man. All the lightning and the effects on the ground, the touching on the ground. So, and selecting the terrain page, don't miss it.
Delta, contact 13355. 13355, 710 Delta.
268, direct Oxfam.
Direct Oxfam, that's okay, thank you.
Private Charlie Cross, 103, 555, prepare 103, left.
Correct, runway 2, private hold for runway 2, private hold, private.
Check start, 5 runway 2, 5 left, left 3, 6, 0. Correction, check start, November with 3. Wind 354 degrees, 04 knots to the Pacific.
3 for takeoff, runway 256, 5 November with 3. 7 Mark 6, contact 13355. 12355, Turkish 1. Turkish 8, Echo Juliet, contact 119 475.
Yo, Captain Canada, welcome, welcome, bro. Say what's up, Bill and chat. Glad to see you. Some familiar faces in here. Hello, welcome, and hopefully in the future I'm gonna using a new webcam. And I hope when I reach maybe 2,000 or 5,000 subscribers. But at this moment I'm not thinking of to using a webcam. And welcome, bro, and very happy to see you in this flight. And we already took off from Ljubljana airport. As you can see, this is the PMDG 737 aircraft, as you know, and I hope you know how to fly this aircraft also. And yeah, man, that's looking awesome, bro. Look at that, great. Yeehaw! And Alex Nordsay, Captain Canada, hey, good evening, Captain, nice to see you. And I think you know each other, Alex Nordsay and Captain Canada. Oh, that's true, you was yesterday on the chat, on the live stream of Captain Canada. Awesome, dude. Great to see you all back. And the flight should be take around 2.5 hours. And let's check out how long for the flight. The progress page. As you can see, the arrival time is 2024 Zulu at LTBA, and we have 690 nautical miles. So that's great. And we have a tailwind with 39 knots, and that's great. Let's look around. And we're already at flight level 310, and we have to go 4,000 feet for flight level 350. Yes, thank you for revisiting, Captain, and thanks for the blue thumbs up, and see you soon again, Captain. And hope to see you back on the landing or at the approach. It would be awesome, bro. Thank you, and see you back.
Yeşilköy Turkish, 7 descending 130.
7 Tanzania number, merhabalar. Lütfen altı İsmail Efe'den 2 kilometre 106 502 expected.
Roger 9000 Turkish, 7 descending number, confirm getting?
QNH 1016.
1016, 7 descending number. Approach TK1062, Turkish 3 Tango Victor, descending 170 with high speed. 208 heading.
Heading north.
Heading north, climb cycle 230, terminal road.
65 left.
Cross runway 35 to right, hold before 35 left, Turkish 112.
Turkish 150, runway 35 left, 270 degrees 0 for next to the Takeoff.
240 cross runway 35 left, 150.
Please share this link to your friends or people who like the aviation. I'm putting the link in the chat section, so please share if you can. Thank you very much, captains. And that's the sound that we're reaching flight level 350. We have to go 1,000 feet to go. Turkish 112, runway 35 left, 260 degrees, reaching 35 meters.
240 runway 35 left, Turkish 112.
Color 193. Turkish 5175, İstanbul'a descent. Turkish 804, 1207.
We are still at flight level 350. And let's checking the total fuel on board at this moment is 4.9er. And let's check about 1 hour at 20:47 what the fuel is on board. But until now everything looks normal.
Devam edin. Merhaba, biz Descending.hour diyoruz.
Good train, 170, honoring you, 080. Identified. Pushback number with coordinates flight level 230. Flight number Victor flight 310. Flight 310, pushback number with final 350. 37 November Victor descent 260. Maintain 7000, 707. Okay, radar contact also. I'm 67 Quebec Alpha descent 3500 feet, clear direct approach runway 24.
007.
007, so that's on the 9 Speed 170 knots, tower 11880 inişler. 130, 88, traffic high for that. Bye-bye, definitely. İnşallah.
Descending service on 6000.
6000 service to Istanbul.
Behind the parking, plane 7379 at the engine, 25 left.
Behind the parking circuit, line runway 200 behind 7
Flightplan, contact 1207. Flightplan, unreadable, contact 1207.
What?
Air Flightplan, TK1062.
9 Alpha Whiskey, iyi akşamlar, radar contact, direct to jet. Direct to jet, ne yapalım?
Aircraft are ready faster. Aircraft are ready to go. Market is 35 flat everyone to Market is 35 flat everyone to
Takeoff is a century minor Flog.
Direct to start Alpha contact 19350.
19350, connect 5 Alpha.
Alpha is particular estimate.
Connect 5 Alpha, maintain 10,000. Merhaba, connect 5 Alpha, descend 8000 feet, speed 220. Descend 8000 feet, 220, connect 5 Alpha.
17 left, hold before runway 17 right.
Cross runway 17 left, hold for runway 17 right. Descending alt.minute.
Line 310.
Look up our final 370 when available.
Traffic 70 November, line 330. Runway 330, traffic 70. 37 November Whiskey, 119.475. 34 Mike Volt, 119.475. Pound 304.
November Whiskey, December 170.
78 Romeo merhabalar. Alt.minute, contact. Descend 200.
34 Mike Golf, iyi akşamlar. Descent flight level 170. Sorun var.
Approaching.
Approaching Charlie, Juliet Tower, runway 23 degrees, 07 knots, clear to land.
Flightplan runway 2230. Correction 9 Charlie Juliet.
Contact.minute. Display start.minute. TK1062.
Expect source guide on other sector. Bravo Golf, contact line flight 230.
Contact line 230, taking 2 Bravo. Istanbul'dan terminate, runway contact 625.
Sound check 7 minutes Bravo, correction 7 minutes Romeo, contact line, correction continue time flight 170.
10-1-7, 7 minutes. 330 direct contact.
Tokyo 3306, 5 time to Charlie. Direct exam then additional.
Direct exam then additional, taking 2 Bravo. Let me create this here.
Okay.
Train 715, Delta 1 Charlie. 715. Thailand 5083, 13215.
13215, goodbye, Thailand 5083.
Direction 741, contact 119.475. Turkish 24 November, merhabalar, Descend 250, Takeoff.1 Charlie. 24 November, auto range 2030, Flog Raider. 10-5 contact, I also here, hemen.
37 November, merhabalar, Descend Flightplan 140.
Yeah, 140, merhabalar, maintain high speed and local railway shortcut.
Okay, 256.
256, stand by full shortcut.
Okay.
İstanbul iyi akşamlar, Tankret Naylar'da Tüken.
Maintain 7 thousand.
Evet, 785.
Country 54 heading 330 speed contact next. Terminate Romeo, City 230, contact 120 between 7 level.
230, copy it. You are interrupted, please hold on the frequency.
Contact 120 decimal 7.
9000, 61016, standard 9 and here and plus.
103, right from Bravo, 854.
Right turn Bravo, Alpha 654 on a U-turn.
Gonna be here from the table takeoff.
Takipten November'ın araba, Ortama'da sadece İstanbul'a gidiyor biraz.
Ortama'da gidiyor.
Seven eight seven, the taxi route level 120.
Correction, 120, contact 781.
Contact 9
Maintain heading standard 90.
Turkish 904 and right, circulate 903 down.
Hadi 3-4-7-6, şu an geri bak. İstanbul iyi akşamlar, standard 785.
Evet, şu anki uçtuğumuz yükseklik yaklaşık 10,5 kilometre ve hava gördüğünüz gibi bayağı karanlık. Yaklaşık 1 saat 45 dakikamız var iniş için. LTBA'da 20-21'de ineceğiz. 1 saat 20 dakikamız var daha iniş için. Ve alçalmayı yaklaşık 1 saat sonra başlatırız. İstanbul Havaalanı'nda. Şu an trafik yoğun gözüküyor İstanbul'da. O yüzden tur atabiliriz belki İstanbul üzerinde. Meydan turu. Ve şu anki hava durumuna bakalım. İstanbul'da rüzgar 260'tan 4 knots ile geliyor. Görüş mesafesi 10 kilometreden fazla ve 10 derece. QNH 1016 ve rüzgar 220'den 6 knots ile gelmektedir. Değişik yönlerden geliyor ve bulut yok yani. Hava trafiği biraz yoğun olduğu için, ama belki 1,5 saat sonra hava trafiği azalabilir. Değişiklik olabilir yani.
Make this 5 Papa Descending 280, could I support runway 24? Descending 280, clear and approach runway 24, next to start.
310 now, Takeoff to Bravo then.
So 67 November, 119, 475, sir. Turkish fast start to Charlie, 133675 km.
3365, National Turkish fast start to Charlie.
Turkish 24 November, 119, 475, Pushback.
119, 475, 24 November.
Further the Istanbul, Turkish 607. Turkish 607, merhabalar, initial maintain 220.
Maintain 220, Turkish 607.
Turkish 2 Bravo, go direct to Odessa.
Direct Odessa, Turkish 2 Bravo then.
Turkish 607 left heading 130, 4
Burak Kaptan, hoş geldiniz. Shout out to Burak. Welcome. Slovenya'dan geri döndürüyoruz uçağı İstanbul'a. Yaklaşık 1,5 saat uçuşumuz var. Şu anki uçtuğumuz seviye 10,5 kilometre yükseklik kaptan. Yaklaşık 1 saat sonra alçalmaya başlayacağız İstanbul Atatürk Havaalanı'na. That's so, Captain. Ve bayağı bir soğukluk var yani burada, eksi 33 derece. Bu uçtuğumuz yükseklik seviyesinde. Hatta daha soğuk olabilir yani. FMC'den bakalım bir. Soğukluk ne kadar? Progress page. Eksi 59 derece. Yani bu uçtuğumuz yüksekliğin ısısı yani eksi 59 derece. Bayağı bir soğuk yani. Alright Captain. Evet. Gelmişken bir beğeni atmayı unutmayın. Videomuza. Ve inişi de izlemeyi unutmayın. Tabii ki zamanınız, vaktiniz varsa inişi de izleyebilirsiniz. Mükemmel olacaktır. Evet. Kaptan BullBosphorus flying back to Istanbul. Kargo ne kadar kaptan? Hemen bakalım kargo ne kadar. Aslında bugün Amsterdam inecektim. Çok rüzgar var. Evet aynen. Ama yolumuz düşmüyor oradan. Slovenya'dan kalktığımız için uçağı geri İstanbul'a getirmemiz lazım. O yüzden Amsterdam'a doğru gidemedik. Kargo ne kadar demiş? Evet, kargo tam olarak 58.7 idi sanırım. Forward cargo and after cargo. Toplam 5000 kilo kargomuz var. Ve 143 yolcumuz var. Demiş olduğum gibi. Forward cargo 2500, after cargo 2,5, toplam 5000 kilogram kargomuz var.
640 iyi akşamlar. Continue approach runway 23. Also further information, position Yankee, vacate paralar. To the left, Yankee, take 6404, thank you. 4 miles more.
Teşekkürler Burak Kaptan. I'll be right back in 20 minutes. Teşekkürler. Paylaşım yapabilirseniz çok sevinirim. Ne kadar çok izleyici gelirse o kadar iyi olur. Şimdiden Allah'a emanet olun. Teşekkürler uçuşa geldiğiniz için.
On L08 iyi akşamlar. Continue approach runway 23, report to Mount.
Continue approach runway 23, call to miles over you, sorry.
Vana, 1363 to Sankoşa'dan. Speed 500 feet, speed 200 knots.
3,500 feet, 1
Takeoff.minute sürekli düşen altı seyir sağladı.
58,900.
Maintain 7000, try contact. Taking contact, land flight level 230.
Huzurede transfer fazla.
10450, isos arvoiset, Basel-Line.
Takeoff.minute sürekli bir huzura.
6,000, correct.
62 around the 10,000 percent, 101.
10,101, 632 for November.
Takeoff.minute, you'll keep this heading for about 1 miles.
Maintain heading, chapter 8,000. 2,582,
Yavuz Kaptan hoş geldiniz. Merhaba demiş. Görmüş olduğunuz gibi straight uçuyoruz İstanbul'a. Yaklaşık 1 saat var alçalmamıza. Ve 1 saat 10 dakikaya yaklaşık ineceğiz inşallah.
Contact 119 12 kilometrede iyi akşamlar. Descending flight level 120. Turkish 1 uniform, Juliet Coast, runway 35 right, vertical runway 35 left.
Runway 35 right, 44 runway 35 left, 31 uniform Juliet.
112, Turkish Patrol 330, please.
112, ready, flying 330.
Flying Patrol 330, Turkish 112.
Push to ITM2, contact with Istanbul control on 119, 475. 475, 50,
Arkadaşlarla peki Flightplan için bir tane 280. Hello, that's a statement in 250. Copy that level 250. That's before it was looked and take 119.475. Request time 350 please. Copy for it was 119.475.
Erdi Kaptan, hoş geldiniz.
Ankara, iyi akşamlar.
Nasılsınız kaptan?
682 identified something flight like a 320. Pacific ground flight about 330, request time 250 please. 682. Hadi standby shortly. Control Alpha A54 32.0.
About 727 on start 10,000, and it's 101.
Descending 10,000, Challenge is 1016, Bravo 7271.
About 727 right, heading 310.
Right heading 310, Bravo 7271.
Oğuzhan Yeşil Kaptan, siz de hoş geldiniz. Kolay gelsin demiş. Teşekkürler. Sağ olun. Görmüş olduğunuz gibi 10,5 kilometre yükseklikte uçuyoruz. Yaklaşık 1 saat sonra 45 dakika sonra alçalmaya başlayacağız. Yaklaşık 1 saate doğru inmiş bulunuruz inşallah. İstanbul Atatürk Havaalanı'na tekrardan bakalım. İniş saatimiz 20:21 ve inişte 2000 kilogram yakıtımız artacaktır. Şu anki saatimiz 19:12, yani 1 saat ve 10 dakikamız var yani tam iniş için. Aşağı yukarı 45 dakikaya alçalmaya başlayacağız. And let's check out where we're flying on the map. LTA'dan LTB'ye uçuyorsunuz. Ne kadar süreniz kaldı LTB'ye iniş için? Evet Erdi Kaptan, iyiyim, sağ olun. Paylaşım yap ha Erdi. Bekliyorum ha, ona göre. Evet, yaklaşık 55 dakikaya Oğuzhan Kaptan iniyor. Yaklaşık 55 dakikaya biz alçalmaya başlayacağız. İstanbul'a yaklaşıyoruz yani. Ama 1 saat ve 10 dakikaya inmiş bulunacağız. Yani bir arada bir 15-20 dakika fark vardır yani. Siz daha önce geliyorsunuz. İsterseniz bir meydan tur atın. Peş peşe inebiliriz Oğuzhan Kaptan. Yakıtınız yeterliyse öyle bir deneyelim isterseniz. Sağ olun, Allah razı olsun FSX Movie HD Erdi Kaptan. Çok sağ olun. İşte siz o yüzden benim adamımsınız ya. Teşekkürler. Yavuz Selim Yurtçu Kaptan, kaç dakika kaldı inişe? İnişe 1 saat ve 6 dakika kaldı. Yaklaşık 40 dakikaya alçalmaya başlayacağız. 40 dakika. Ve map'tan bakalım uçak şu an tam nerede? And let's have a look on the map. How far we have to fly. We're flying above Serbian airspace, and after this we're gonna fly over Bulgarian airspace, and then finally Turkey, Istanbul. Maybe we have got some ATC joining in this IVAO, so we can expect expected. Let's send Henny the Foss a message from Transavia 581. Transavia 581.
Turkish 5 Charlie Whiskey heading 040, descend level 190.
Descend level 190, repeating 040, Turkish 5 Charlie.
Santos Saracuru, descend level 150.
Descend level 150,
Santos 1 Tango Lima, climb level
Yakıt biraz sorun yaratabilir zaten. Kafadan 60 knot civarı rüzgar yiyorum. Biraz gecikebilir süre. Evet, tamam. Belki havada aynı şekilde karşılaşabiliriz. Uçuş numaranız nedir Oğuzhan Yeşil Kaptan? Ve Erdi Kaptan demiş. Thanks Volkan hocam. Bir şey değil. Sağ olun. Ve benim sırtımdan 32 knots ile gelmektedir rüzgar. Yani biz bir hızlı şekilde Türkiye'ye doğru geliyoruz yani. Yaklaşık 50 kilometre, 55 kilometre hızla sırtımızdan rüzgar var. Hızımız daha yüksek yani normal bir şekilde. Türk Havaları 2021. Bir bakalım nereden. 2021, evet, şu an siz Kaman üzerinde uçuyorsunuz. Evet, Kaman'a yaklaşmaktasınız ve aşağı yukarı aynı bir şekilde inebiliriz yani kaptan. Ve trafik bayağı yoğun İstanbul üzerinde şu an. 3 uçak var ve 3 uçak daha gelmekte.
Routing both runway and vacating via kilo-converter, Tango November.
Street Tango Whiskey, cross that runway, second circular.
Cross runway, vacate kilo-30, 3 type of vacation.
To contact 11935.
1935, Turkish November.
Turkish 4 to the limit of 10,800.
Then 8,000, Turkish 4 to
My proposal contact 11945.
11945, Santos 945.
7 Baltimore Iris 369,000.
Evet, ground speed 329 demiş Oğuz Kaptan. Bayağı yavaş geliyorsunuz siz. Evet, tabii ki rüzgar karşınızdan gelince zor olur. Vural Flog Games by nasıl üye olunur diyor. Valla Games by'la benim hiç işim olmaz. Şu an Ivao üzerinden uçuyoruz. Uçuşumuz yani Ivao üzerinden. Ve bir mesaj geldi, hemen bakalım. Eyvallah kaptanım, hemen açıp bakıyorum diyor. Evet, sağ olasın. Hangi kaptan gelecek bakalım. Airbus 321 ile uçmakta kaptanımız. Ve olsa şu taraftan gelmesi lazım kaptan. Şu taraftan uçuyor. Ve uçuş seviyemiz hemen hemen aynıdır, yani flight level 340 seviyesinde uçuyor. Biz ise flight level 350. Belki birbirimizi görebiliriz havada. Bakalım, ışıklar var mı? Şu an ışık yok, göremiyoruz. Sağ ol Erdi kaptan. Kaptan demiş, sen Johnson, her uçuşun süper diyor. Teşekkürler kaptan. Tüm canımızla, gücümüzle uçuyoruz işte. Elimizden yapabildiğimiz kadar yapıyoruz ve sizlere de destek istiyoruz sizden, yani desteğimiz sizden desteksiz yapamayız yani bu işi. Ve hemen mesaj gelmiş, bakalım. Eyvallah kaptan demiş, hemen açıp bakıyorum. Sizi dinliyorum kaptanım demiş, iyi uçuşlar. Teşekkürler kaptan. Bir merhaba deyin ve kanalıma abone olursanız çok seviniriz ve iletişime geçebiliriz beraber uçuşlar yapabilmemiz için. Ve sizi halen göremiyorum havada. Tam olarak neredesiniz? Şu an map'ta yanımdan geçiyor oluyorsunuz ama biraz mesafe uzakta herhalde. Biraz yaklaştıralım, şöyle bakalım uçak görebiliyor muyuz? Maalesef şu an bir şey göremiyoruz. Evet, henüz uzam sanırım demiş kaptan. Evet, maalesef. İnşallah bir dahaki sefere. Faris K, is he at cruise altitude? Yes, he is flying at flight level 340 and me at flight level 350. But I think he is too far from me, so I cannot see him. At this moment, it's lined up with me on my left hand side, so I could not see him at this moment. But I zoomed a little bit, but I cannot see him. So maybe we're gonna see another flight. Let's check on the map, on the Ivao map. Evet, sağ olun kaptan. Sizi göremedik maalesef. İnşallah bir dahaki sefer görüşebiliriz. Faris Key, let's look how we can see in the sky. There is no another traffic in the opposite. But we have another traffic from left, but he is flying at this moment in Romania. He is too far, so we have to wait a while. We can later check out for another traffic. İnşallah bir dahakine iyi uçuşlar demiş. Takip edeceğim sizi. Sağ olun kaptan. Size de iyi uçuşlar ve iyi inişler. Görüşmek üzere. And that was the other captain. We say thank you to him and have a nice flight and a nice landing. So we're gonna leave him and we're gonna continue the flying. So Faris, where are you from, Faris? Evet, eyvallah demiş kaptan. Let's check out the meter from Istanbul. LTBA wind is coming from 250 at 7 knots. Clouds and visibility, okay, 10 degrees, QNH 1016, no significant runway markable, runway 17 left, and runway 04 at 210. I think we're gonna use runway 23 for landing. I think that's the best way. So let's runway 23. And we're gonna do that via Enesu intersection. Evet kaptanlar, İstanbul'da hava bayağı rüzgarlı. Az bir rüzgar var, yani ters yönden geliyor. Pistimiz ILS 2-3 olacaktır iniş için. Şimdilik öyle gözüküyor. Her an değişebilir tabii, kule gelirse bir değişiklik yapabilir ama büyük muhtemelen runway 2-3 olacaktır. Yani pistimiz 2-3 iniş için. And let's check if everything is right. And also at this moment, at this progress page, landing time is 20:21 Zulu time, and we have 54 minutes, 55 minutes for the landing, and I think about 30 minutes we're gonna start the descending. It's awesome, dude. Faris, he's from California. Oh, nice, dude. What time is it there now? I think 6-7 hours later from here, or maybe earlier. I think 2 p.m., something like that. Is that correct, Faris? That's a nice place, man, and hopefully in the future we're gonna fly a long haul from Istanbul to United States of America and from different places. I hope to see your place, California, from the flight simulator. And Alex Nordsee says, are you landing at Atatürk or Sabiha? No, we are landing at Atatürk. The airport code is LTBA, Istanbul Atatürk Airport. And we took off from Ljubljana Airport, that's in Slovenia. And last week we flown this country with Red Bull aircrafts. You can also check that in the archive on my channel. And 2 weeks ago we flown from Istanbul to Ljubljana, so that was an awesome flight also. Please check out that. I don't know, if you like the flying and aviation, you have to be watched out. And you say Ljubljana, yes, it is 12:27 a.m. so that's very early, man. You woke up yet? So you have to go for school now or working?
Maintain present heading on 242 Turkish.
Yes, that's correct, Faris. We're gonna land at Atatürk Airport, which is LTBA.
Land level 230 on way to take. Are restrictions confirmed?
Yes, sir. Open climb 230.
Open land 230.
Follow unit of kilogram, then call 71, thank you.
Zero Romeo contact.
Yes, sir, no second.
80 Romeo, pass flight level 130, hold over air no Alpha.
21 to deploy also for F1 right to take sorry.
Anti-political arrival 119 at 350.
19353 station, first station.
Starting for direction, no continuous minimum clearance.
Level 170.
7 miles my service stand level 160.
160, 7 miles 90. Downward passing 480 on this frequency.
Political contact 119 at 350.
9350, passing 480 on level. 325.
And we have 167 nautical miles before we descending. We're descending at 90:53 Zulu time. It's about 20 minutes or something like that. Yeah, or 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That's awesome, dude. About 25 minutes. We're gonna starting the descending for runway 23. No. We're gonna land at runway 23 because the wind is coming from what I say 270 at 5 knots. Let's check her out again. Yeah, I said 250 at 7 knots. So I think probably runway 23 is the best way for landing. But it depends on if there is some ATCs coming online when we're at approach, and they always can do a change for the landing. But I think we're gonna probably land on runway 23. So until now everything looks normal. In about 50 minutes we're gonna do a full check if everything is fine. And have a nice look.
Charlie, climb level 230.
Continue climb flight level 230 for 67 at control.
Contact 906, 3220, contact 1206.
220.
Contact 7 from that, 1 line, please.
119, 22.7 from Delta.
Yes.
0077.
Approaching 90 Juliet, possible. 435 left east Zulu Yankee. So what is that?
Yeah, sure, it makes sense. But we have to be careful with the ADCs is online or not.
37 miles mark, 10,000, expect shortcut.
10,057 miles back.
Next to 223, right heading 160. Contact 502, contact Istanbul, 119 at 475.
119.475, contact 502.
Contact 723, descend 9,000, 28101.
1016, turning 9,000, contact 723.
723, continue approach with minimum clearance, please.
Minimum clearance, contact 723.
Climbing 1193 akşamlar Onur Tuğte.
Şamlar.
İstanbul Turkish 87 Otel akşamlar.
Şamlar startla Ivao Ljubljana.
Efendim 120
Touch 9 on the Vista right heading 310. Status for Juliet Romeo, descent flight level 110.
Descent flight level 110.
For Juliet Romeo, keep present heading, extend outbound like our for right turn.
Keep heading, extend outbound, waiting for next inspection from Pushback.
Thank you very much. Please return to true descent flight level 130.
Flight level 130.
Taxi.minute, will make one holding, sir.
One holding, nice. And TK yaşamlar traffic 3 Quebec.
Traffic 3 Quebec. Yeah, someone is 7,000.
Well, this is the PMDG aircraft 737 for Flight Simulator X. And this is a payware version. And I bought this at the starting, I think it was 5 years ago or 4 years. Hey Dani, we hebben nog ongeveer 10 minuten of een kwartiertje of zo, dan gaan we beginnen met dalen. De daling duurt ook ongeveer 20 à 25 minuten ongeveer. And 30 minutes for descent, affirm. 15 minutes we will start the descent. Let's check out again. At 90:53 we're gonna descend, so about 13 minutes we're gonna start, or 16 minutes. 16 minutes we're gonna start the descending. 123 nautical miles to go.
Dish to Alpha Yankee, descend 3,500, clear direct approach 24.
Descent 3,500, clear approach 24, to the profile.
Sun 67, Tango Uniform radar contact, maintain 7,000 feet. Sun 67, Tango Uniform radar contact.
Contact, take final.
390.
Fish the right wing 180 and to contact point level 356.
Right wing 180, flat level 350, contact 502. Motor 87 order landing 230 direct inbound.
Yes, of course, Faris. I also love PMDG aircrafts, and this is normally what I fly with PMDG aircrafts and with no other aircraft. So I'm loving this aircraft type, man. And Rolf looked. How can I have an account about GameSpy? Yo, dude, you asked it for a second time, but I don't use GameSpy, so you have to check out on Google or something like that, man. This is the wrong place to ask it. I'm flying at Ivao, and you can do your flights here if you want it. And Dani says blocked, and Faris says subbed. Septi sub.
Left turn 932 down target.
Left turn 932. And turn signal, target 7
Target 3 Quebec, flat level 160.
9160, 3 Quebec. Sound 1%. Boston 1%. Bravo. Okay, okay. To my scale. Maximum flight level 340,
Merhaba, Türk Maximum, adet flight 2 motor.
I think to Mach 5, maximum.
Status 9 Juliet, extend your outbound, let our call for right from foreign bound.
Okay, so begin 995,
Evet, Vural Kaptan, Türkçe konuşursanız, Türkçe konuşurum tabi, ancak burada İngilizler de var, onlara da konuşmak zorundayım. O yüzden iki çeşit dil veya üç çeşit dil konuşuyorum. Ne konuşursanız ona göre konuşma yaparım. Siz yine de kanala abone olun, takip alın beni. Türk arkadaşlarımızla da uçuyoruz ve orada sırf Türkçe konuşuyoruz. Size de eğlenceli olur tabii ki izlemek için. Haftaya Türkiye'de F-16'larla uçacağız veya Turkish Star'larla. Takip alırsanız güzel olur. Bir gün önceden size belirteceğiz bu uçuşu. Mutlaka zil sesini de açık tutun abone olduğunuzda. Bizi her zaman takip edebilirsiniz. Teşekkürler. And I'm going bye bye. Ja, dankjewel Dani, Captain, bedankt. En over een half uurtje of zo zijn we met de landing bezig. Dus je kunt altijd nog even terugkomen. Yes, this is a 737-800 model of Turkish Airlines. We can look to delivery from the outside. This is the wing view. Turkish Airlines.
Look at that, from here we can see the captains. And let's do a cabin walk and let's talk with the passengers. If everything is fine. Hello, hello, this is your captain. Hello. You're doing very well, captain. Here is your captain. Hello. Have a nice meal. Good evening. Hello. This is your captain. And I am hungry also. I want to eat something here. Look around. If I can get some food. There is no hostess here. No hostess. I cannot eat something. That looks great. Not a lot of people in the chairs. Yeah, buddy. It's all invisible. So we're gonna walk back to the cabin. Nice aircraft. Lots of extra tickets. Lol. Okay, let's jump up in the cabin. Hello, captain. There I am again. Just walk around. Let's look. Everything is looking fine.
Okay, there I can see the top of descent on the navigation display. At the green point, the TD is the point where we're gonna starting the descent to our destination. And before we're gonna do that, we're gonna preparing the ILS frequency for the runway to 3. So let's check out. Go to the unit riff page, select flap 30, and ILS frequency is 111.90. And we also set it for the co-pilot. The frequency that's done, and the course is 235. Selecting 235 for the approaching runway. It's done for me, and for the co-pilot also 235. That's all, man. And the runway length is 2.5 kilometers. About 8,500 feet. So it's an easy task for the 737. It's easy to land there. And let's check out if there is some special. I think there is nothing special on the airport at this moment. Looking for the traffic on the map. There was a lot of traffic 30 minutes ago. And let's check her out now. Again on the Ivao map. That will be extra cleaning work and stink up the plane. Yes, sure. Okay, I can see there are a lot of aircrafts. I think 2 on the ground and 1 at the approach, 2 at the approach. Maybe it's 3 now. 3 at approach. Another one is coming right now. Second one. So we have a busy traffic at this moment at the airport. And let's have a look which runway they want to use. I think they're gonna use runway 23 also. Let's send a message to other captains.
Now proceed direct to Mana, climb 250. Mana, then climb 3.0, Turkish 7 Echo Charlie, thank you. Ankara'ya yakınlaşan standing takeoff number, descending to 60. Takeoff number, hello, takeoff 1 hotel, descend level 250, also, hold over, Osman, aircraft to the right.
Okay, we sent some message to other captains who's at the approach at the airport, and Ferris says, haha, that could be extra clean work, like on some Dutch trains where they removed all the lavatories to cut costs. Yes, also. And Ferris says, that's gross. Yeah, buddy. So we're still about to descending. Let's report it to the passengers. Let's push on the button, the 10th button. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your captain, BullBosphorus speaking. We hope you're enjoying this flight. In about 5 minutes we're gonna start our descending to our final destination, Istanbul Ataturk. And there are no clouds at the airport, and it is 9 degrees at the ground. We expect to land on runway 23 in about 40-45 minutes. So please make sure you fasten your seatbelts. Thank you. That was your captain speaking. So we report some message to the passengers. Yes, Alex, you can see it, man, because I'm flying now at this moment at Ivao. We have got a message from FMC and reset MCP altitude. So resetting the MCP alt to flight level 180, and the QNH at the airport is let's check it out. QNH is 1016. 1016. And we selected 1016. Okay. So everything is done now. And now we're gonna starting the descending. There we go, captains. Yes, there is at this moment a lot of aircrafts around Istanbul Ataturk, and 2 another aircrafts at the approach, and 2 on the ground, 3 on the ground, sorry, and 1 on the landing, and 1 is at departure, or 2 at departure. So it takes 30 minutes before we touch the ground. Let's zoom a little bit. Yes, the traffic might affect a little bit the flight, but that's no problem. Now we're gonna not doing a go around. I don't think that we're gonna do that. We have to look who is first at the approach. We had a tailwind, so maybe we came earlier than the other traffic. So if you came earlier, then we're gonna land first, and that should be not getting a problem. But the other pilots at the approach, they're also experienced pilots, so I think there is no reason for go around or something problems. Okay, there we go, captains.
Approaching Hotel, 6 Quebec Hotel, descending 250.
6 Quebec Hotel, iyi akşamlar. Descending tutuldu. Flog 6 Quebec Hotel, change to Ankara 933.
Papa merhaba, Flightplan, 310.
Pushback, Tower, runway 23, wind 260 degrees, 1 knots, clear to land.
Pushback, 236, Hotel.
And we're descending. Pressurization land alt. Set anti-ice as required. Required. Approaching briefing and fuel. Discussed. We have enough fuel. 2.2 thousand kilograms of fuel. IIS and alt books checked and set. Checked and set. And the approach, we are not at the approach, so we're gonna wait. And let's use auto brake 2. That's enough for the landing runway. Pressurization panel landing altitude set. Recall checked. Auto brake set. Landing gear data VREF and minimums set. Approach briefing completed. Descent checklist completed. Kureta Yugon, hello, he says he Bill, welcome captain. And Faris ILS landing, it's night so no visual approach. Yes, until 500 feet around that we're gonna fly IFR. And then probably we're gonna get fuel from there. And then we turn off the autopilot. And landing manually on the runway 23. Berkay Eraydın says merhabalar Volkan hocam, Ivao trafiği benim simülatör içinde görünmüyor fakat Ivao programının TKS ekranında görünüyor. Böyle bir sorun yaşadınız mı acaba? Vallahi kaptan öyle bir soru sordunuz ki şu an tam inişe geçiyorum. Niçin gözükmüyor acaba? Vallahi hiç öyle bir sorun yaşamadım şimdiye kadar. Maalesef size yardım edemeyeceğim Berkay kaptan ama internet üzerinden inişten sonra bir bakabiliriz. Skycore SCL says hello captain, welcome, we are at the descending and about 20 minutes we're gonna land on the ground hopefully, and let's continuing descending to flight level 100. We also set the QNH at 1016 and I can still see the ground, and I don't know if people who's watching they can see also the ground, but I can see it from here from the computer. And we are still 2 hours in the flight, and within 30 minutes the flight will be ending. But firstly we have to land the aircraft, so we're turning to left, the autopilot turns us to left,
land 5880, contact 127850.
Sağ olun Berkay Eraydın kaptan. Teşekkürler demiş. İyi inişler. Şu an yaklaşmadayız. İsterseniz izleyin. İnişimiz her zamanki gibi mükemmel oluyor. Şu an İstanbul üzerindeyiz. Avrupa yakasında. Ve alçalmadayız şu an.
Speed 180 kilometers.
Runway 262 degrees, 11 knots, 3 left.
Good, runway 23, standing runway.
User is not clear by Jacob network.
For takeoff runway 35, inform the mark.
Factor 215, direct yellow one, that's transition, contact 1207.
Direct yellow, that's transition, 120.7, factor 215. Ankara, Chama, traffic, 3 minutes direction. Traffic to optimal, factor 220, factor 3 minutes direction.
No, Ferris, we do not have any confirmation on which gate we can park because there is no ATC. So we can park on own choice if we landed on the ground. So we're gonna make own choice for the parking. And Alex says Say of Marmara. Yes, this is the Say of Marmara. If you're looking to right, this is the Say of Marmara. And it's completely dark. You cannot see anything from here. But if we look to the left, we can see the ground textures. We have got a caution, a master caution. We turn it off, and we're past the transition altitude. So switching the QNH to 1016. And it's done. Yes, we have to go for a medium sized gate because this is a medium aircraft. So there's the airport.
Reduce speed 180 kilometers. 223 tower 1880 inch left.
Land 40.
Also 65 left over 140.
Teşekkür.
Evet Berkay şu an Ivao'dan mapında gördüm birisi Atatürk'ten Sabiha Gökçen'e uçuyor diyor. Probleminiz çözüldü mü Berkay kaptan? Yes, Ferris, we are close for the approach. As you can see on the map, we're gonna fly over, we turn a little bit to the left and fly straight to the Black Sea and then make a U-turn and approach the runway 23. And we're now flying at flight level 140. So I'm gonna selecting a different altitude. Let's check out the BA-27. That's an altitude of 7,500. So I'm gonna selecting to 7,500 feet. That's until to Bravo Alpha 627 intersection, and from there we're gonna make a U-turn and approach, and also there is another aircraft 10,000 feet below us at the approach. Another aircraft, you can see that on the display. There are two points there, -99, and that's the aircraftman. They are also at the approach. So I think there should not be a problem there at the approach. So they're still descending. No aircrafts around us. There is another traffic coming 2 o'clock from us. I think he's also at approach 23. We're gonna cruise each other in the sky. No, I don't think we are getting in a problem with Turkish 2021, because I spoke to him on the chat, and I know, and he know that we are at approach. And British Airways is all on approach. Let's check it. It's true on the map. Okay, let's use some spoilers, because our speed is too high. And there is the 10,000 feet. So our speed is perfectly below 250 knots, and we're below 10,000 feet. So we're gonna selecting the landing lights turn off and the taxi lights turn off. Sorry, we turn on the taxi lights, and also strobe lights turn on. Wing lights and wheel well lights turned on. Turn off the wing anti-ice. And when we're making the U-turn, we're gonna descend to 3,000 feet immediately. So we're gonna select 3,000, and we have to stay above 3,000 feet. The other aircraft should be there at the approach. So we passed him, and this is the Black Sea. Maybe you can see the coastline. Oğuz Yeşil kaptan. Arkamdan bekliyorum kaptan diyor. Evet kaptan, şu an Karadeniz üzerinde dönüş yapıyoruz. Ve alçalmadayız 3000 fite. Pistimiz 2-3'e ineceğiz. ILS 2-3. Rüzgar durumunu belirtirseniz seviniriz kaptan. Teşekkürler. And there was the captain, Turkish from Turkish 2021. He's gonna reporting us the weather conditions at the runway. And is the weather accurate with real time? Yes, it's accurate with real time because I'm using ASN application, and it's a live weather machine. You know, it's downloading from live, so it's accurate with real time. And spoilers in. Let's do it. And after we turned, we're gonna decelerating our speed. Whoa, we have a little bit turbulence here. Alex Norte says barf back slow. Yeah buddy, we're at the approach and we're past the decelerating point, so we're gonna use flap 1. It's automatically dropping the speed, and we have to use a little bit spoilers because this is the final turn for the approach runway 23, so we have to capture the localizer before we capturing the glide slope. It's great to see this country, and we are flying now above the Bosporus. It's called the BullBosphorus. This is the Bosporus here, the Bosporus River. You can see that clearly. Okay man, our speed is 200 knots. We're gonna descend to 3000 above and lower our speed to 180 knots for the approach. Approach checklist. Lights on. Lights turned on. Altimeters set. And approach checklist completed. Let's use flap 5. Okay, let's drop the speed to 160. Yes, the landing is you can make it hard if you can, but sometimes it's hard, yeah, but mostly it's easy for me. So our speed is 170. Checking the speed is 142. We're adding 5 knots, so speed is 147 at the landing. 147, so spoilers in. And select flap 10. And we're gonna setting the ILS frequency on the active, left and right active. And course is also set. So we're gonna turn to left heading 190 to capturing firstly the localizer before we getting the glide path. And let's select flap 15. And select the approach button. Yes, we are localized on the we captured the localizer, but not fully on the ILS approach. So lower the gear. Speed still 160. Hold it.
Ukraine International 5022 contact 136.3 full point. 136.3 but higher than 5022, bye-bye.
As you can see, still at 3000 feet. The glide path is activated, so we're gonna select our speed 147. That's our landing speed. Okay, and flap 25. He says, I thought gear will make a noise. Yeah, that's true, but in the cabin you cannot hear that. If you hear that you want to hear that clearly, you have to listen it from in the middle of the fuselage of the aircraft. So we're gonna selecting flap 30 and doing a checklist, a landing checklist. Engine start switches continuous, both continuous, speed brake armed, set and armed. Landing gear down, 3 green lights, yes, flaps, green lights, flaps 30 and green lights. And landing checklist complete. So starting also the APU. We never turned off the APU, so we forgot, but it's still on. Okay, that's not a problem, okay. There is another aircraft taking off there. If we zoom a little bit. It's gone from us. You can see the red light on the wing is left and the green light is right, so it's flying away from us. I think he's taking off. There is the landing runway. Looks nice.
flight level 190.
Let's continue on to contact.
You continue hold, expect 2 more hold.
Turkish 8 Romeo Kilo contact 1 8 decimal 8 please.
120, teşekkür ederiz. Kes from 8.
Yes, he also took off, so he's going away from us. And as you can see, we are gonna using the HUD, and at 500 feet we're gonna turn off the autopilot and we're gonna land manually. That's the city. There is 700 feet, so we're gonna turn off the autopilot and the auto throttle. So we're gonna fly manually.
Minimum clearance speed of someone hotel. You will hold over all stanton to the right. Zero clear of someone hotel, wait to open to left. Stanton no problem. Holding to the right. Holding to the right over of stanton,
Light slow.
And everything looks very well, so there is the 50. 50. Spoilers, reverse thrust.
Thank you. On the rate 227 approach 119 475 please.
60 knots.
İyi akşamlar, Almayı Turkey'de continue approach to Parking mile.
And spoilers in, flaps up. Turn off the landing lights. And strobe lights off. Transponder mode standby. After landing checklist, flaps retracted, speed brakes down the tent, stabilizer trim set, auto brake turn off now, yes, turned off. And we have to go from here to the right. So that was an awesome landing, captains, and we have turned off the auto brake. Flight direction switches, turn that off. Turn off. And engine start switches as required. We don't need it now, so we turn it off. Position lights steady, landing lights turned also off, and after landing checklist completed. And these are the blocks. We have to park the aircraft here. There is no other traffic at this moment. So welcome on the ground at Istanbul, 11 degrees on the ground. Not so high temperature, but it's okay. There is a car going. Let's look where we have to park. I think we're gonna take gate 214. That's a great one. That's 213. And there is 214. I'm gonna turn here to left. As you can see, there is Atatürk Airport.
Falcon Connect 1017.
2000, Connect 1017, taxi 7010. Direct, Phuket, transfer take, Tango.
So we are parked. Parking brake set and turn off the engines, left and right.
10,000, 1017.
Let's do a shutdown checklist. Parking brake set, engine start levers cut off, passenger signs turned off. Turned off, and hydraulic panel as required. Number 1 and 2 turn off. Engine eyes turn off. Is also turned off. Prop heat off. Prop heat turned off, and window heat turned off. And we lost electrical power, so we're gonna use the APU. And electricals are back. And IRS is required, we let them on, and the fuel pumps, turn off the fuel pumps, left and right. Anti-collision light, we have to turn that off when the engine's completely stopped. Transponder standby, packs as required. We turn off the packs. And now the engine's completely stopped, so we're gonna turn off the anti-collision lights and shutdown checklist completed. We're gonna not securing the aircraft, we let it so. So captains, that was the flight, and let's asking the gate to come to us. Turkish 980 parked and engines shut down. Requesting the gate 214 to the doors. There it is coming. Door 214. It looks awesome. Oh, that was a great flight, captains. We enjoyed it. We passed 2.5 hours. There was a 2.5 hour flight, and turn off the taxi lights. That's all. And Faru says bye bye my friend. Next week we will do a flight with F-16s above Turkey with some friends online, so please make sure you subscribe on the channel and don't miss the next flight. Flight with the F-16s, the Falcon F-16 on Turkey, the Turkish stars, and we're gonna do this with multiplayer sessions with the friends. And thank you very much for a great flight, Captain Bull, says Alex. You're also thank you, and I hope you all enjoy the flight. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's our all page. We sharing our live flights from there. You can probably catch it up from there, and you can come here to the live stream, and also you can always subscribe to my channel. And I really appreciate it if you subscribe your friends to my channel and they also coming to my channel to watch. Uğur Sezgin, nice landing captain. Teşekkürler kaptan, izlediğiniz için çok teşekkürler. Buğra Turan da iyi yaptınız diyor, el gösteriyor. Sağ olun. Ve tekrardan görüşmek üzere kaptanlar. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Captains, thank you very much.
120-450 English Airborne 089er.
Cabin crew, all passengers leave the aircraft.
Turkish 2 take for takeoff runway 35 left 250 degrees, from 3 not used.
For takeoff runway 35 left,
Turkish 49 Juliet, close 35 right.
35 right, Turkish. 49 Juliet. Sorry, akşamlar Turkish 1 Bravo, Sabah 23.
Merhaba, One Hotel Bravo, continue approach.
Continue.
Evet.
8.8, bye bye.
18 çok Uğur Üsküz'de. İyi geceler efendim, Santur. 3 Hotel Foxtrot, speed 210.
3 Hotel Foxtrot, merhaba, distance 7000.
7000, 3 Hotel Foxtrot.
Access 258, airborne runway heading, passing 1800.
Access 258, Island 5.
Tower Ukraine International S70, iyi akşamlar.
Ukraine International 720, iyi akşamlar, course 35 right, change 118.1 please.
1181 and cross 35 right, thank you, 720. 305, that's 8 tackle.
Flight level 310, proceed, direct Konya.
Flight level 310, proceeding direct Konya, Santur. 7 arabası.
Yes, sir. Confirm final 310.
Bye-bye. Absolut.
Turkish 49 Juliet, line up and wait 35 left.
Number 35, Turkish 49 Juliet.
Flight 310.
Climbing level 310, final 35.
Copy, stand by. Break Atlas Jet 2 Echo Hotel, proceed Konya.
Konya, teşekkürler. Su Echo.
Tabii.
Then 9000, Quebec Hotel.
22.575.
12575, alright.
Sun 5 Foxtrot Tango, contact 12785. Güle güle.
Approaching 850, teşekkürler.
Central Manchester, merhaba. Central 120.
Central 120, 5 Manchester. 58, 1207.
FM.
1207, goodbye. Signal clear for takeoff, görüşmek üzere, Turkish 49 Juliet.
Take Sofia 136.325.